What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Uh, before we start, we want to say rest in peace to Jamie Rock.
Rest
Uh,
in peace,
it's a
Philadelphia legend.
sad situation. A legend, definitely from Philly. So we want to say rest in peace. So we wanted to say that out the blue. But welcome back to our episode. And this week's episode is gonna be a little bit normal like last week because last week was a whole tribute video to past day. So we going back to normally. But we, where we want to start? How we starting? We want to start with the summer madness, lack of announcements. Or
Yeah, we can start with some madness.
all right, so summer madness is a week away, guys. If y'all don't know this, and we
There's
only have
only 3 battles.
and it looks like it's only three battles. I don't know. We're gonna touch on this subject a little bit deeper into the show because I think it has to do with something that I'm gonna talk about deeper in the show. But I, from some people, they say there's two more battles coming, but they gotta announce them, right?
It's a week left. It ain't 2 more battles coming. And if they are, it's probably like battles that they added on at the last second. It's like
Because
Fonz versus I don't know.
yeah, but
Like
Summer Madness looks very weak this year. I mean, not really weak, but I'm saying three battles. Those three, I go like the three battles that they announced, they're fire,
yeah.
right? So it's not that the Summer Madness is bad. We just saying the lack of battles is that's the problem. But the three battles that they announced, I if it was me, I'll be cool with those three battles, right? Just me personally. But all right, so the battles are so we're gonna start. I think we covered the first battles, but let's cover the main. Okay, so we are announced it's Swan versus Tay Rock, and we then it's JC versus Susef, and the other announcement was Eazy versus Calico. We came out here, I think 2 weeks ago. We didn't think this battle was gonna ever happen. We thought this battle was off the table because both artists said they were no longer looking for this battle. I guess I don't know. You know, your Euro did their thing and got this battle on Summer Madness. We thought this battle was mainly for the Philly card. So I guess John John's gonna be on the Philly card. But this these three battles are these are the battles that we highly anticipated. We wanted these battles as fans. I'm not gonna say we didn't want the battles because we have been asking for battles. We asked Calico versus Eazy. We have asked JC versus Surf. We have asked Swan versus Sarah. So for this battle happening on Summer Madness is very big, especially for Swamp. And for JC, this is JC. I think this is JC's first Summer Madness or he's back on Summer Madness. But this is like a big look for JC, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest, he gotta show out. He gotta show that he's not gonna get overpowered by Surf's uh, stage presence, by Surf's performance, by Surf's crowd control. So, but I think potential better of the night is Eazy versus Calico. I think everyone is expecting that to be the battle of the night. If it's not Swan versus Tay-Rock, we expect that battle to be battle of the night because all the street talk, all the rapping they're gonna do, we know that they ain't gonna put metaphors in their bars. So we expect real street talking, drug talk, we gonna hear everything about drugs that we thought we never would hear on us as people. We're gonna hear it. We're gonna hear why is breakfast not on BMF, and
His dad not being on BMF.
so we're gonna hear all this stuff. So I'm not expecting nothing less. So for to who I got winning, to be honest, every time, me personally, I've never picked Calico to win a match. Ever.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I've never picked Calico to win a match. It's not that I don't expect him to win. It's just me personally, I never picked Calico to win a match. It's
I'm
just
saying that, but I don't pick good to win matches, so I understand.
it's not that he's bad. It's just whenever I listen to Calico when he's rapping, I feel like most of his opponents did better. I never picked him against Gaethje. I think I started paying attention to Calico against Gaethje. To be honest, I've
I feel
never.
like Calico was good back then. Now it's you
Yeah.
kind of just
So
going
like
rapping.
I've
Like he's
never
dope,
picked.
but
I like
not
what
that
he
dope to
does,
me.
like especially his Summer Minute slogan.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It's something that I look forward to when he's on stage, right? But I feel like that's some. If people don't know what I'm talking about, I think we gotta play that Summer Minute slogan, because people don't know this Summer Minute slogan. I think is Summer Man. I think it brought up most people don't know. Now Calico, when he brought this Summer Minute slogan, he made. I think that was his Calico.
I think it's Calico versus Rock.
Yeah, Summer Man is. Hold on.
30's the new 20, nigga. I'm on fire still. These young boys is just a fire drill. False alarms. The next dime.
Uh,
He ain't got it.
uh,
We on to the next
that's
one.
all.
I'm still here. I'm still here looking for Moot. Gotta stop playing with these children. I'm the bully of this shit. Don't let all of the white buffs fool you, youngin'. I got the Goonies on this trip.
Yep.
Cave gang don't wanna sue me for this shit. Looking rock in his face as I pull a toolie off my hip. I see Top out the corner of my eye. He about to get his X Factor fucked. I got Shoney in the clip. Hey. Shit like that, shit like that, shit. Hey. Hey. Gang don't wanna sue me for this shit. Looking rock in his face as I pull a toolie off my hip. I see Top out the corner of my eye. He about to get his X Factor fucked. I got Shoney in the clip. I was maneuvering for clips. Now he waking up with a Ruger on his lip like stay on him. I just want the biggest fish in the pond. Filet on him. You a loud nigga. I'm a wild nigga. The K on him. I allow niggas to allow niggas. They
I go lie.
relax now.
I go lie. When he Calico has a different flow when he gets into that type of flows. Like, hold on.
All of that though. Soup. Hey. That's coming. That's coming. That's real shit. That's real shit. That's real shit. That's coming though. That's coming though. Free my nigga Cheeks. Hey yo. That's coming. That's coming. That's real shit. That's real shit. That's real shit. That's coming though. That's coming though. I hate when niggas ask me for a rematch.
Next,
Didn't have to do no recap.
recaps.
Hey yo, Smack, look where we at. Yeah. They tried to throw me rock like they ain't see that. Hey. I'm about to catch him off the glass like I'm T-Mac. Hey. They got me
Here we go, Summer Madness again. I hate
This
it.
shit's starting to
It
feel
feel
like
like
summer
summer
madness
madness
again.
again.
Smack told me I gotta get back in
Then
my
like
old
who
bag
back
for the
is
win. I
I'm
said,
saying,
homie, gonna be
you
straight.
know me.
I ain't saying no disrespect,
You
my
money
nigga.
got
Go ahead and handle
you
your
know
career.
better.
But these niggas, the wrong niggas, and they may handle it from here. My advice, take everything and handle it with care.
Like
To mine.
what people do, like when he does, they got me back on summer madness again. What people don't get right. I think Calico has a different flow. He he's not bad. I like whenever he gets into his flow when he's like talking, like rapping while talking to you, like type of flow.
Mm-hmm.
That I think he does best. He's the best at it, right? He's like while he's telling you something that you're supposed to be doing, but he's also rapping in the like rhyming. He does it the best. So I go like for this battle, I'm not saying it's gonna be a like me. Sometimes I think people call me biased when I say 3-0 easy. This is not a 3-0. This is gonna be a close battle. I'm not gonna say like sometimes I do come out here and say outlandish stuff just because I want to say it. But this is gonna be a close battle. But I've not seen what can Calico do to Easy to stop Easy. Right? I've not seen it yet. Not stop Easy, but what can I have more belief in Easy to rap better than Calico, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even though people think Easy is not a performer, right? We can say like his performance is in your face. He's in your face. That's his performance. He's like he's literally directly talking to you. Yeah, he's not talking to anybody else but you. That's his that's his thing. He doesn't dance around on the screen. Nobody doesn't look at the crowd. He does sometimes, but he doesn't really look in the crowd. So he's gonna have things directly to Calico that the crowd is gonna get. They're gonna be the crowd is gonna get. Calico he's gonna be talking to the crowd. He's gonna try to baby him, try to big boy and say like show him that he's like a son in this. Yeah, we know what Calico is gonna bring. But who I feel like this is gonna come out. Who's gonna have a better street story? Whoever has a better street story is gonna win this battle.
I think easy 2-1 first off, but only because I think his style is basically Calico, but like updated. I feel like it's updated and it's less like rapper sounding. Like Calico sounded like he wanted to rap. Like he just sat there and wanted to do similes and metaphors and shit, and just sat there and put words together. And I feel like that's his one problem is start all sounding the same, and he's just coasting. And he just keeps going and going, and it's like he's saying some dope shit, but it's getting looked over. And just like in a chess battle, I just think he's just gonna fall short because I don't really feel like he beat chess, but that's just me because he just I don't know. He said the same thing for 3 rounds. Like, so I got easy getting him the fuck out of here.
All right. So we both have easy, right? And I feel like I understand, but I said, okay, how can I say this, right? I can, since football season is like underway, right? This right. I can compare this to this week's game when the Eagles played the Vikings, right? Right. Both teams are so explosive. Is who's gonna? It's like who's gonna who's better play better defense is gonna win the game, right? That's how I got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say who's gonna have a better street story, who's gonna give that feel the street story when I'm saying who's gonna have that crowd feeling like they were in with them in the streets with the person is gonna win this battle. I'm talking about he's gonna bring you into a journey and walks you through the journey of like how they got there. Like Easy's gonna talk to you about him getting to jail, him paying for like stuff for his kids while he was in jail. You can visualize what he's saying, right? And you can you in your mind, you be like, oh shit, that was dope. Like he writes it to where you can like visual, you're like walking in through his shoes, like when he did against, this is a different opponent by Cortez, when he said I Trinity. I was like, I'm my first son, I named the junior, so I lived through him. My second one's Trinity. I had to get a redo. Even though you don't let me and Vinique don't have kids, so but when you were saying that, I kind of visualized what he was saying. Like
Mhm.
I kind of put myself. It is not like I put myself into his shoes, but he brought me into this journey of how like his like his world. He brought me into his world, and I was like walking with him while he was rapping it, right? So I'm talking. That's how I say whoever's gonna have a better street story. I'm talking who's gonna make that crowd in North Carolina feel him the most, feel them the most is gonna win this battle, right? Now after the story, we gotta keep on in like that. That's summer madness for you. We got hopefully there's other announcement, not only three battles, but if it's three battles, I'm fine with these three battles. Uh,
Uh, I mean, yes, they're three good battles, but that's not Summer Madness, bro. That could have
no,
been a one-off card. That could have been
but
stop it.
this way I'll say I have more. I think it has to do with more what is gonna the more what are the more stuff I'm about to say later on or after the story I'm about to bring up, right? So yes, was it yesterday or Monday? I don't know when was the day I was looking at this, but you know me, I'm not on Twitter that much no more, so I don't look at tweets. I'm honest. I stopped going on Twitter a few months ago, right? But when you're not on Twitter, most people on Twitter post the tweets on Instagram. I'm on Instagram most of the time. So I saw Instagram, right? I think I did a screenshot, and it looks like the ex Goonies are beefing, right? Two ex Goonies are beefing, and so so Draws and Ace. I mean, I don't know how this origin story started, how they came out to not like each other. I really don't know what really happened, right? He's like, so he's like, all right, big papa drugs. You know, this ain't even normally me, but you seem to not to respect private conflict. So I'ma say this publicly. You are a B word S. You're a BS nigga, right? Ninja, right? And in what? In lie of your missing manhood, I think you. I don't even know this word. Le. Is it trying to say in lie you? In lie you of your manhood. I don't know what the. You create your own word, Asa man. In lie you of your missing manhood, you can send your women respectfully for a meeting. Let's solve this deal, right? That was, I think, a few days ago. Right. So me, that's not even the thing that got me. There was an extra two that happened after that he posted, right? Right.
Hmm.
And I was like, yo, this is a serious thing of like Asamin, and even though it looks like publicly it's coming from one side, right? right? So I ain't gonna lie. All right. So this is like it's been like something looks like he doesn't like. So do you know do you know the proof that drugs is a because if you honestly look at his track record online, all of the tough shit he has said and swore on, he say he ain't say one thing when I say drugs is a. There are no pics. I have no point to prove either. Right? That's what he's saying on Twitter. Yes, that was yesterday. This I think it started Monday. My past combined with my current age equal why I always respond getting old always respond getting older when I ask what how I'm doing because with my past getting older is probably the single most unlikely thing I ever done. Some people like this is tweets. There are some people please point me in the direction of the life block button. Life I think he's trying to say live, but they say life. Oh, it doesn't exist. So how the f are you doing a filter out of negativity when you have created when it is in front of you, not on screen? So I don't know how this is going. I don't even know how it started. Please, I need to find out. So I'm gonna go through the tweets and read it to you guys, and maybe we can figure it out together as a podcast, right? So here out. Okay, it looks like he has beef with everybody who was an ex-Goonie, like he wants to battle New Jersey Twerk, right? Uh, so I don't know how this started because when I'm seeing this, like I don't really know how it started, right? Because this man is keep on posting, right? It's like, oh, okay, publicly. You love arguing with women on this app, right? Let your side or and let's in, entangle with me for a second. I I ain't said shit about you to anyone in public. My name keeps popping out in conversations centered around your mother's trans son. Address me here or when you see me. And every time you untag yourself and don't address it, you manhole, I'ma tag you again. Bro, this is ridiculous. This man is coming at him. Then I think drugs blocked them, and I don't know. So I don't know what's gonna happen. This looks like this is a serious situation, right? And I have no idea. This is like when I'm reading this. This is my like finding out what's trying to figure out where it started. But with that being said, there was a battle that happened on September 5th. And in my opinion, this is the best battle of the year, right? My opinion. Nobody else playing it. I've not seen that because people are saying the 2-1-2 KD and Wise. Yeah, KD and Wise is a good battle for upper comers, but I'm talking for people who already made their name. This is the best battle of the year. And the battle I'm talking about is Ron Needy, the alien himself, versus A Ward. And before we start, I want to give a round of applause for these two brothers. They did this not on URL, on the riot. And before we get into the, you know what? Let's get into it. Ram Nitty, bro. I think this is my favorite Ram Nitty I've seen in a while. I actually sat through a Ram Nitty 3 rounds and didn't get bored. He didn't use too many gambas. Great thing. He didn't even though he referenced some gambas, but he didn't use them. You know how Ram Nitty most of the time he was always like for the past few years he's been referencing gamba after gamba, right?
Yeah.
This battle, I think he knew that he could not rely on gambas because he knew he would lose, right? So he didn't rely on the gambas. He showed that he's literally he showed why people call him an alien. Because the first round, I got scared. I go lie. Y'all know me. I'm a huge A Ward fan, right? Not a huge, but I'm an A Ward fan, right? So when Romney was going, I'm like, yo, A Ward. I'm like, yo, this better. I'm not going to be biased saying A Ward. I'm rooting for A Ward. I'm gonna enjoy it as it is, right? Man, when Ram is saying some shit, he had a scheme on NCAA, he had a chandelier. Bro, I'm like, hey, what? Bro, this man is whooping your head. I'm like, hey, what this man, if you don't do shit right now, you might lose this battle. Because you met the alien. I'm like, I now see why people call you the alien. I never called Rami the alien until I saw what he did against A Ward. That's when I say, okay, he's the alien. I was like, yep, he's an alien. Because he was on some alien shit in the first. I go lie, he was. Then guess what happens, man? Edward, right? I don't know how you do this. We need to, like, Edward, we need to send you to a lab and figure out how your brain works. I'm with I'm with Daylight because Daylight says something. Edward and Romney are not human. I'm now convinced Edward is not human. Bro, tell this is not even the first one. This is not in okay. The first one, Romney comes in, says some crazy lines, right? Edward comes back, rebuttals the chandelier line. Then he rebuttals again, and he went into his readings. They were good, but I'll be honest. The first one I gave it to Romney. That was clear as day. That was wrong. Romney comes in, right? The NCAA scheme, and it's the yo, bro. I think Romney took it was more serious than he. I don't know any other opponent he has taken this seriously before, right? But I had Romney scheme for a long time. That NCAA scheme was even rappers, even Daylight said, even Danny Myers said, yo, you see how he respected A Ward because he knew he didn't have to play. He's like, that's the longest time we have seen Ron Needy lyrics to pick a topic, right? And scheme with it to where there's no filler in it. He referenced Razorback, Duke, Wake Forest, split Ward A up like NCAA. Then he goes and reference and then he said Hoover, bro. I'm like, yo. Then he stops his run. I think he stops it or he just cuts his run short. I don't know. But he stops is like when he stops on a word, he say game something, right? Then he stops it right there, right? Guess what, Edward? This is why I say Edward is not an alien, right? Because a minute when Romney finishes line, not even like you know how some rebuttals they let you finish, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
first let you finish your round, Then he thinks of the rebuttal while he like doing some things that you said before, right? He rebuttals,
Right.
then he rebuttals the last thing that you said. A word rebutted the very last thing that Ramili said right after. Like you said, game sooner, way sooner. This shit not like naysayers. I'm like, bro, I'm like, hey, what? I'm like, wait a minute. You see, like the way you look at and the way he looks, like people don't like this. Everyone knows this is like Ramili's best friend, right? When a Wood starts doing that game, that rebuttal in a second, you see Sir, Shug is next to Sir, right? And when he said game brain breaker, shit like the naysayers, you see, yo, people was like, like Shug was the first one to realize what happened. People didn't realize what happened until a second later, right? Because Shug was like, wait a minute. Shug looks at I think Seth being like Seth missed the bar from Ramnudi, right? So Shug is looking at Seth, he's like, yo, bro, this man just rebutted what Ramnudi just finished, like the last line Ramnudi said. And you see the reaction that everyone was like, yo, this man is probably the top rebutter right now. Then he said, you want to rap like Ramnidi? Let me show you how to, even though in the building didn't hit, but that was in the first. But I think it had a purpose on why he did it, right? Because he said, you want to rap like Ramnidi? Just pick a top, just he's like, just pick a gun and not pick a word that you're gonna rhyme with, and make sure your setup doesn't make sense at all. And that he, even though he said when he read his like his reincarnation, right? He even Ramiro is like, bro, you messed it up. You said your setup should not rhyme, and you rhyme. And Ramiro was like, bro, you rhymed by mistake. And people was like, I think it's the purpose, right? And I like the way they were attacking each other, right? Like how they rap, because uh Ramiri, he showed that Ramiri pays attention to A Wood and enough that he knows what A Wood is gonna say. Because A Wood and Ramiri was like, yo, he's like, you know what A Wood's gonna say? He's like, you're gonna spend the whole battle battling God and end up losing the battle to me. He's like, nigga, I'm gonna spend the whole battle talking about I'm gonna spend the whole battle talking about guns and you end up losing to these. I'm like, bro, and when he said it, I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, all right. But when I'm watching Ram, I'm like, bro, you didn't even. There was never really you didn't literally say a lot of gumbos. So technically speaking, that but didn't make sense. I'm like, when you said the gumbos, I was like, okay, Ramnit is being typical because I'm expecting a lot of gumbos. When I'm listening to him, I'm like, bro, I'm like, nigga, I I watched the battle again today. When you said it again, that's when I started paying attention to what he was saying, right? I'm like, nigga, there was really not a lot of gun, but as for a typical run battle, this is not typical. I expect Romney to have at least 20 and 30 gun bars in one round. I think he had like 10-ish, not even 10, some were like in the single digits. Then here where I say, so people, when I say we're gonna talk about why I like the reason why I said I'll be probably the reason why we are not getting other names on Summer Madness, right? Is this Romney? There's a rumor that's saying Romney and Gaethje are not gonna be on URL for a while, right? That's a rumor going around, mainly for Romney. They're saying that he's done with URL, blah blah blah, right? So it's coming to this battle. That was the rumor that's saying Romney is down with URL. He has an issue with URL for not booking him, blah blah what. Romney, so when the battle happened, guess what? I want to play this clip. I don't know if it has a word. Did we just come best friend? That was so funny. All right, a word. This is Romney best friend, best friend bar. All right, like
That was hard.
and the way, but
That
what
was
you
hard.
don't know, the setup to that bar was, I don't know if, hold on, I don't know if 50 Minutes of Fame have that setup. I know they don't have this. Like when he says those type of bars, people don't get it.
I can't lie, that's what's up. Guessing you got the app. I know you be watching me. Fuck. Damn. Last round he had all sort of gats. The Florida clap. You leave Earth in your sleep like Steve McNair. Strip club got me acting a little different. I'm supposed to have a strong mind. Believe in God. Bars like NT ride. Then he went to beat.
Oh, here, listen.
Do a funeral in church. You brought all those punches.
Yo, the way he said that, he's like, he took Ram's new slogan. He's like, there's a ET rhyming. They say the alien stealing bus like a BT rhyming, and he used it. I gonna lie. When I first watched this battle, right? I'll be honest. I'll come up here, right, and say, I'll be honest, right? I had Rum Nitty first and third, right?
Yeah.
I watched it again. I'm like, okay. And then I thought about like the second watch I had A was second and third. Not clear. Listen, people, this is not a clear battle. This is a preference battle. The most clear rounds is the first and the second. The third one is a preference, right? Some after I think third, fourth watch, I think I had after those type of couple watches, I said I had A Ward, right? It's not like me preferring what A Ward was saying. It's more of A Ward consistent stayed at the same level, and I think Romney to kind of dip down a little bit in the third, right? You kind of dip down, right? Where he's like trying to address the situation with URL, right? But when they addressed it and it kind of dipped down. So I had A Wood, but I'm not mad if anybody said they have Romney first and third, but that's it. So now let's talk about why the rumors were happening, right? So Smack came out and said, the reason why Ron Nitty and Gitch are not really on Summer Madness is because. Hello? Yeah. Yes. I They didn't answer when I called. I emailed them on Saturday, on Tuesday. I'll call tomorrow. Okay, I'll call tomorrow. So sorry for about that. Uh so he's like so Smack came out and said the reason why is because of the budget. They say now the budget is now a little bit smaller and things are getting normal. So that's why Romney and Gisha might not be on Summer Madness. It's because the budget is smaller and they can't afford to have them uh, on every card. To be honest, y'all want me my honest opinion, or should I just keep what the fans are saying?
Nah, say your opinion, bro.
I think this is a good thing. Like, it's a real good thing. Now seeing Romney and get you on every card is a very good thing.
I
My
think so too.
reason why is because one, we don't get bored with their material. Two, it doesn't sound like I think two is because it doesn't feel like they're forcing materials or forcing writing. And we don't see like imagine like for me, Romney kind of went for the last 3, 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, he's default to gambas almost every single time. And it got boring for me that I stopped watching Romney, right? When the finally he doesn't get booked and he doesn't get, we don't see him every single 1 month, every month he gets a award. Guess what? He proves why he's what he is, why he's the what people call him the best puncher. He's proved it. He had fewer gambas, right? He had fewer gambas. He had layered material, and it literally was amazing. So I feel like this is a great thing for both for Geechee and Ron because now fans want to see them more. It brings the fans, and now we expect like, for example, this year Geechee is not having the best year. Why? Because we kind of used to seeing Geechee every single time.
Actually, we haven't seen him really all year. He
Except
had what, like 4 battles, but it's all smaller league stuff. I don't even think he battled on URL
no,
this
Geechee
year. I
did.
don't.
He did.
That was what.
He
When?
did. He did. Mike P.
That was the beginning of the year. Mike P
Then,
entered the tournament, right?
then the tournament. Then he did Hollow.
Damn, I thought all that shit was last year. Crazy.
So and but they were all combined. I think he did another. Then he did Jazz.
He did have Jazz, yeah.
Yeah. So
Damn.
he had like he has battles like, but they were all like in month in like like the longest period was January to I think April.
All
And
that
he had
sounds
another battle. I don't know.
ancient, bro. That sounds ancient. That's how fast we've been in a drought of battle rap content for that long, bro. We haven't experienced anything since what, like May? I want to say May or June.
Yeah.
Probably June. Oh my god. Other than like Gnome.
All right.
That's crazy.
So
I
he
completely forgot that shit happened.
let's look.
Yeah, he's not having the best year, but it's not his fault or anything. I think he just ain't getting booked
So he
everywhere.
did Hollow. He did Hollow, and who else did he do this year? Um, he did Jazz, Truthful, MIP. Yeah. Then he did a traffic charity event. I think it was this year too. I don't know if it's this year, but he's really not having a best year. But he's not having a best year. But guess what? It gives us more things to look forward to. Personally, me speaking, right? But listen, don't worry because Smack said for the next card they might be, but fans, yeah, getting it. They're not on Summer Madness, but the next card they're getting booked. So maybe the I think personally I think the Philly card is the next card, right? Due to what Beasley was hinting, right? So I think that's the next card after Summer Madness. So I'm gonna say for the Philly card that might be booked because, but look, if people don't get this, look how I. The reason why I'm saying that we're now hearing Freeway, Cassidy, they're now talking more. They're now coming to the media more, addressing this battle more. That this it looks, it
Like it's
looks
gonna
like it's
happen.
yeah, it looks like it's really happening sooner than rather than later. Cassidy's talking. He's like, "Yo, I'm." He's like, the bear is like, "I'm ready now." Freeway said, I was studying the, studying my what's the nuance of battle rap, right?" And it's like, I got my shit ready. So when you hear it, I'm like, okay, this looks like it's we getting closer to when this battle is gonna happen, right? Even though no one really wants to say it, but we all know it's gonna happen in Philly. So we like it's really closer, and I think it's the next card. Cause, but yeah, I think that's it. That's it for this week. Really, we really don't have. To be honest, you're right. We been out of better rap content for a while. King of the Dot
Yeah,
is
we've
not.
been winging it for a minute, yo. Because I forgot those battles even happened.
Then
And mind you, what was
then
known? Gnome
we
was
gotta
like
like
June,
A1 just said he
July.
signed a contract. He has a contract for RBE at the end of the year. He signed a battle. He's out of battle rap for the next 2 months, so there's not going to be an A1 battle for the next 2 months. Well, he's not going to battle in the next 2 months. So he signed a contract for RB. He has a battle with RBEs lined up. He has a second battle for the Riot that he's supposed to do on his contract. He signed a 2 battle contract. He's also they say I battle want to do a battle with him and Real Sick. So to be honest, I was gonna bring this up, right? We really don't know who's champion of the year this year so far. Who's champion of the year?
It's been a weak year, bro. It's
Who's
been a
champion of the
really
year
weak
though?
year,
My
bro.
question is who's champion of the year?
If we were to pick somebody today, it had to be Easy.
Easy?
I haven't seen anybody make the moves he made. It's Easy or Swamp, but Swamp only got the tournament,
But those tournament he has big wins there though.
and he ain't the one that won the tournament either. So it's like
Yeah, but let's be honest. Who did JC really beat in the tournament?
I forget. I know. I think it was like two names, and then the other two didn't really matter.
Yeah, you see,
Um,
like he beat shit happens. He beat.
no, Swamp beat Fonz.
All right, so let's look at J. We about to look at JC's right. JC had this is what
Honestly, champion of the year this year is
right. JC. Let's look.
Ichi gotta be booked though. We're doing something because he not even doing the podcast every week. He ain't do the podcast in like the last month.
So he beat Nanan. What? Wait, no, then never mind. Scratch that. He beat All Red. Right. Shit happens. And what? I think there's a battle missing. Head Ice. Wait. So he beat him.
His run wasn't bad, but it was like expected wins for him.
So what did All Red beat though?
Nobody. O-Red lost that first round. He beat O-Red
Who
Ice.
Ice beat?
Um, it was either a
Oh, the
girl.
tuning. I know.
Yeah, it was Shuni. Yeah, I thought he beat a girl.
So he beat All Red. He beat Head Ice.
mhm. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not as good as what's his name though.
Yeah.
Swamp
Then he beat.
Swamp had Nitty
He
and
beat.
Fonz.
Then he beat Shit Happens. Then Fonts. Then Swamp. Even though to me that's a debatable battle, but that's me. And even the fans are saying that like it's a very debatable battle. Then if we go to Swamp, right? Look at Swamp's name. He has Shug, Romney, Fonz, then JC. So I think he should be champion of the year. To be honest, I think he should champion of the year.
Honestly, after all the Midnight Madness and then the WWE shit going on, this year died. Like right after all that shit happened, this year just died, bro. The summer happened and it was over. Like, bro, we was at WrestleMania in like February. Niggas was at niggas was wilding. Jazz was talking her shit. Then she went and battled Geechee. Niggas was talking about yo, Jazz beat Geechee. That was cap. And then all
I
this other
think
shit is
to
going
be head.
on. Yeah, that shit was cap. Um, Hollow stepped outside, beat some niggas up. Like, it's like a cool year. Like, and then Surf stepped outside. He ain't paid some niggas, and now he's stepping outside. He about to. Well, I ain't gonna say he gonna cook JC because I like JC.
Oh yeah,
But man,
but all right.
yeah, this year has been. I don't know. It started off really great. It did.
Oh, we might get Daylight versus Lux though.
Is that why the budget is down?
I don't know if it's on URL because
The
Daylight.
budget is. They said the budget is down. That's cap. If so, then that means they're really paying Cassidy that dumb amount he's probably going to say on stage.
But you know what? What interests me? The craziest thing I seen right was freaking Daylight went on Twitter Spaces the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like I was watching Romney versus. Right now I'm not outside because I'm really into. He's like for the past 2 years. He's like if the budget's down, is because for the last 2 years, battle rappers is kicking out the most money that we as battle rappers has ever got, right? So I think that's probably why, right? He's like, but there's a few names that he wants, right, to battle. And he said this the way this out of daylight. Daylight said it's like before he's like after this battle with right after the battle with Lux, he wants Danny Myers, he wants other names, right? But he's like, wait a minute, people. He's like that white boy, A Ward. He's like, I'm no longer. He's an android. He's not a human. He's like, he's like, He's like, I'm gonna declare right now. He's like, I'm making this my personal mission. He wants to make sure that he wants to write something that A Ward can rebuttal. He said, I'm making my personal mission. I'm writing something that A Ward can rebuttal.
Mm.
I don't know if is that isn't it a compliment to A Ward? Is he putting A Ward on like the top Rushmore? Is it like a is it like a diss to every other people do rebuttals? Like they like Danny Myers was part of that conversation. Danny Myers was inside the spaces, and Danny said A Ward is not human. He's like because he's like the reason why he calls A Ward not human is because A Ward he slightly sees he's like it was sees stuff really he's like if better he's like we know people we say better rap IQ, right? You gotta read the room and know what not to say, right?
Yeah.
He's like what his better IQ is at 1,000,000 because he doesn't it's not that he reads the room, right? He reads everything else. He's like he can read the crowd, he's reading the crowd to see what's like how the crowd is reacting, right? He's like, but the little stuff that he notices, like they were saying, like when he went to another another show with the other anime, and they asked him like, "What? How do you notice stuff?" He's like, "It's because I get there before, like during. He's like, I don't get there right before my battles. I get there a little bit earlier, right? And I just walk around the room, like the venue, the room, right? He's like, but." He's like during the Fonz and McMahon battle, he's like I saw like there were coolers and there were distractions, they were putting us in the cooler, right?
Mm.
So he's like that gives me a like okay, this what's going on in the venue. So when it happened during my battle, I'm thinking of a freestyle that I can use to like diffuse that distraction, right? He's like, plus I also he's like, when I'm battling, I'm listening to what they're saying and also listening to like little sounds that's around. It's like, for example, it's like perfect example what happened was when me and QP were battling, planes were flying by while we were battling, right? He said that's how I came out with my rebuttal or a freestyle that y'all call like, right? Like that's he's like Daylight when Daylight he's like I'm about to look up for a word that I know that a word doesn't know. He's like I'm trying to write. He's like because his brain he's like I'm putting his brain in the same I'm putting him in the same category King Los. He's like I know he's like I've been around King Los. He's like King Los is one closest people. He's like King Los is his brain works differently. He's like I can freestyle. But they can freestyle. He's like King Los can starts like when he starts like when he hears the beat and he starts looking around, he starts rhyming shit off the top. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck did you? I'm like, nigga, how the fuck did you come up with that in just a second? Like, I'm like, we just had this beat. We just had this shit just happened like a second ago. How did you write that and that? Like, bro, how you thinking about this? I can't even think. He's like, yo, the reason why they were saying it was the naysayers, right?
Mm.
Right? They're like, how did he come up and think about that bar? Because they were trying to figure out. Because he like, it was not like it just happened. Like it was said early in the round, then he thought about it. Why he would? He's like, no, that man read. He like, he's like, it looked like he actually heard Nitty's rounds before and rebutted everything.
Mm.
He said because he came out with 9 rebuttals. He's like, while I'm like listening, I'm like, nigga, that's a rebuttal. That's a rebuttal. That's a re-. I'm like, nigga, he's like, I had to put. After this, like, I had to close the lecture, but like, I'm out. I was like, when he said the next year, I'm like, this nigga's stupid. He's like, this thing is crazy. Cause I didn't even finish the battle. I was like, this nigga's crazy. But hey, that's it. But I want to say thank you guys for watching the episode. Right? Subscribe if you're new. What
Thank
else?
you for the support, man.
Subscribe and
Drop a comment.
oh yeah, I think next year. I don't know. Next year we might do some in person. For like next year, I'm thinking I saw some spaces that we can like rent out and do like in person part for next year.
Hmm, cool,
But
cool.
it's like a cool drive for you though.
Yeah, that would be
That would be like
interesting,
June.
but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, like during the weekend or something.
We'll figure it out for sure.
Yeah, for next year. But yeah. But I want to say thank you and peace.